Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft Java video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a fabric mod for Minecraft Java Edition version 1.17.1, and this one is actually called Canvas Renderer, and we are able to use shaders with this, and it also adds some nice performance boosts to our Minecraft Java game on version 1.17.1. So you could actually say that this is a nice alternative to using OptiFine, and at the same time a nice alternative to using Iris shaders and Sodium as well. It is still work in development, so do bear that in mind. We won't be able to see that many shaders for it, and as you guys can see, I am actually running some shaders at the moment with this mod. And it is quite interesting how shaders are actually installed in Canvas Renderer, because you don't actually put them in the shader packs folder, you actually put them in the resource packs folder, and then you enable the resource packs from the resource packs options. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually go ahead and download and install the Canvas Renderer Shaders mod for Minecraft Java Edition version 1.17.1, and also how to install shaders for Canvas Renderer and how to get them set up and enable the shaders within Canvas Renderer, and also how to tweak the Canvas Renderer mod and how to get some nice performance boosts with it as well. At the moment we do have to rely on stuff like OptiFine or Sodium to get our performance FPS raised, and I know some of you have been having difficulties in getting the Sodium mod or OptiFine to give you some nice FPS. So this is a good alternative that you guys can check out and see whether it will give you a nice performance boost or not. So I'm going to show you guys some gameplay using the shaders, then I'm going to switch off the shaders and I'm going to show you the kind of performance we can get in a vanilla game versus the Canvas Renderer, and how we can tweak the options and give us some nice performance boosts as well. So at the moment I am using a shader for Canvas Renderer, and this one's actually called Lumi Lights. And I'm going to show you guys later on how to download and install Lumi Lights for Canvas Renderer as well. We can see that we do have some nice water here and some nice reflection in that water as well. You can see that we also have some nice clouds. The clouds are moving as well. We also have the leaves on the trees that are moving as well, as you guys can see, and we also have moving plants and leaves and other stuff that is moving as well that you would not see in the vanilla game, but with shaders you would see that. So it is cool that we can use shaders with this mod as well, and it is quite interesting. I am interested in seeing how far this mod can go and what kind of shaders we can expect to see in this mod in the future. So let me quickly show you guys the options menu. So if I press escape and go into the options screen here, I'm going to click on video settings, and when I do that I will have a button here that says canvas, and I can actually go into that, and these are the Canvas Renderer configuration options. And as you guys can see, we do actually get to choose a lot of options in Canvas Renderer, so it actually gives us a lot of options that we can tweak and try out. So if you guys are on lower end machines, for example, and you are getting low FPS with this, then there are some options here that we can tweak and you can try and see if that improves your FPS. I would highly recommend that you do actually play this with 4 gigs of RAM, because that is what the main website for Canvas Renderer does recommend. So I'm going to show you guys later on how to actually increase your RAM usage with Minecraft and set it to 4 gigs of RAM. Alright, so as you guys can see, we do have some options here. And on the top here it does say pipeline and it does say Lumi Shadow 4x. Now if I click on cancel and I go back one level and I go into the options bit here, I can click on resource packs, and you can see that I have got a few different resource packs enabled. I've got the default canvas and the extra canvas resource packs enabled as well, and also I've got the Lumi Lights resource packs as well. I have also installed another mod which allows me to go into the resource packs and check out their config option. So you can see that against this resource pack for Lumi lights, I do have a button here which I can actually click on and I can change the option. So in this bit here, it says Lumi lights, colorless water, textureless water, wavy water animation, wavy water intensity. So I can actually go ahead and play around with these if I wanted to do that. I can actually go ahead and change the options for the Lumi lights PBR materials as well by clicking on this button here. And as you guys can see, I do have some nice options here. I can choose, I can set the texture resolution, material coverage, and the raw rocks roughness, polished and smooth rocks roughness, and all that good stuff. So we can actually go ahead and choose different settings in this as well. If I go back to the video settings and go into canvas, if I click on the pipeline options over here, we can actually change a few settings. So you can see that I have changed the shadow filtering to high, and we can actually go ahead and change a few more things here. We can also make the God rays intensity higher. At the moment it is on the default, and I can switch this all the way to the max. I do like the fact that they've got a reset button next to each of these options. You don't actually see that with many of the other mods in Minecraft, and some mods don't even have a reset button. So I do appreciate that they've given us the reset button option here, and we can actually go ahead and change the performance options in this as well. So let me just quickly show you some gameplay. So as you guys can see, we are flying around and we do have some nice reflections there coming off the sun and the water there, and we do have some nice clouds as well. And performance wise, this is running fine on my system. I am actually running it on 12 render chunks, so if your system is getting lower FPS, then you can go ahead and reduce the render chunks as well. I do like the fact that we do have the moving leaves on the trees, and we have the moving plants and other stuff as well that we would not see in the vanilla game. So I think that this shader is nicely made, and you can see at the moment we do get some nice rays coming in from the sun there. Obviously it is still early days, and as I mentioned earlier, this is work in progress, and you won't be able to see the finished product that you would see normally in something like BSL shaders or Sildas shaders, but you can see that we do have some God rays coming in there from the sun, and it does look cool. So it is cool that even though this is a work in progress mod, that we are able to use shaders, and I really do look forward to trying out more shaders with this pack as well. And obviously I will show you guys how to download and install this shader pack alongside the canvas renderer shaders mod as well later on in this video. Alright, let me quickly show you guys the performance side of this mod. Let me just first of all change the time to day, and let's go down here and let's disable the shaders to begin with. So let's go into options, video settings. I'm going to click on canvas, and I want to choose the canvas standard, and after choosing the canvas standard, I'm just going to click on save and quit. I'm going to go back into the resource packs and get rid of all of these resource packs and leave everything as the default. So let's wait for that to load up now. And as you guys can see, we are now in the normal Minecraft vanilla game. I'm also going to enable a mod. I have actually installed the mod menu and another mod called FPS display. So I'm going to turn this on, and we're going to now see the FPS that we do get in the game. So as you guys can see, I'm hovering somewhere close to 400, between 300 to 400 FPS there, and that is what I would normally get in the vanilla game as well. I would actually get less than that in the vanilla game, so I would actually get 300 FPS or 350 FPS. So I'm getting slightly higher FPS by just using the standard canvas profile. Now if I go back into the options, click on video settings, click on canvas, and if I change this to canvas basic and then click on save and quit, then we can actually see that the FPS does go higher. So now I'm getting close to 800 FPS. So I've actually doubled the FPS just by enabling the basic profile in canvas. And this is very similar to using sodium. So any of you guys who have used sodium or iris shaders and sodium, you would have seen that we would get double FPS in our game thanks to using the sodium mod. So I would say this is similar to the sodium mod in the sense that we can actually get double or even higher FPS just by enabling that basic profile. So any of you guys who are playing this on the low end machine, definitely do make sure that you are using the 4 gigs of RAM. I would also mention that we won't be able to use this alongside Sodium or OptiFine, so you would have to choose whether you want to continue using Sodium or OptiFine, or you want to try out Canvas Renderer and see how that performs on your computer system. So by the end of this video, hopefully you will be able to download and install Canvas Renderer Shaders mod, and also I will show you guys how to download and install the Lumi Lights shaders for the Canvas Renderer Shaders mod, and I'll also show you guys how to download some additional mods which will help you to configure your resource packs, and also they will help you show what mods you've got installed. I'm going to go ahead now and switch to my desktop and show you guys how to download all of the files and how to install it on your basic Minecraft Java game version 1.17.1. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do now is to actually download and install Java, because we do need Java to open up the installers that we will be using. So if you just open up your internet browser and just type in Java JDK16 and go to the link, which is the oracle.com website, and I will leave a link in the description for all of the downloads which I have shown you guys today. And because I am on a Windows-based machine, I'm going to download the Windows x64 installer. I'm going to click on this file, which is the JDK version 16.0.2 Windows installer. I'm going to click on this box here and start the download. So I'm going to wait for this download to finish. It is a bigger file, it's 151 megabytes, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so as you guys can see, it has finished downloading the Java JDK file. We can close this down. The next file I'm now going to download is the Fabric installer. So in your search bar, just type in Fabric mc.net, because this is the main Fabric website where we can download the Fabric installer from, and click on the use link here on the top here. And now we've got two options. We can either download the installer, which is the jar file, or we can download the Windows installer. So let's go ahead and download both of these files. Let's go ahead and keep this file, and let's go ahead and download the Windows Fabric installer as well. We do also need an additional file which is called the Fabric API, which needs to be placed in our mods folder, and this will enable us to use additional mods. So click on the Fabric API link here where it says most mods will also require you to install Fabric API into the mods folder. So click on that link. It should open a CurseForge link as well, and then click on the download button here to download the latest version of the Fabric API. Alright, so as you guys can see, it has finished downloading the Fabric API file for version 1.17.1. Okay, so the next file I'm going to download is the actual Canvas Renderer mod. So let's go ahead and start typing in Minecraft Canvas Renderer mod in your search bar. And again, go to the CurseForge link that comes up here, and I will leave a link in the description for this mod as well. Again, click on the download link and it should start the download for this mod. So let's wait for that to start and finish the download. Alright, so as you guys can see, it has finished downloading the Canvas Renderer mod here. I'm also going to download another mod called Mod Menu, because that's actually going to show me all the mods I've got installed by clicking on a mods button in the main menu of the game, because by default Fabric does not include the mods button on the main menu. So in your search bar, just type in Minecraft mod menu, and the link we need to go to is this one, which is the curseforge.com link, and click on the download for the latest version. So let's wait for that to finish the download, and as you guys can see, it has finished the download for mod menu. Okay, so now we can actually go ahead and download the shader pack file which I showed you earlier. So in your search bar, just type in Lumi Lights Canvas Renderer, and the link we need to go to is this one over here. So click on this link, and I will leave a link in the description obviously for this website. So as you guys can see, this is the main website for Lumi Lights, and you can get the latest releases on this website. So you can see it says Lumi Lights dev compatible with the latest Canvas 4 1.17. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to download these three different files. So I'm going to download Lumi Lights, Lumi PBR ext, and then the Lumi PBR compact. And to download these files, I need to click on releases, and I need to scroll down and look for the zip file. So for the main Lumi Lights file, it's this one here, Lumi Lights version 0.25 zip. And let's wait for that to finish. Let's go back. Let's go ahead and download this one as well, similar to how I did before. And let's download the third file as well. We can also get the mod which I mentioned earlier. So if you click on this bit here which says read more and scroll down, you will see it says requires res pack opts for config. So click on this link over here and we're going to download a mod which is called the res pack opts mod file, and we can do that by just clicking on this link over here, which is the version 2.6.0 for Minecraft Java 1.17.1, and I'm going to click on the download button here. I'm also going to quickly download the FPS display mod so we can actually check out our FPS in game. So if you guys are on a lower end system, you should be able to view your FPS without having to press F3 on your keyboard. So in your search bar, just type in Minecraft Fabric display FPS, and if we just scroll down, there is a mod here which is called the FPS display mod. So just click on the download here and wait for that to start. Again, I will leave a link in the description to the FPS display mod as well. Alright, so as you guys can see, it has finished downloading the FPS display mod now, and I think we are now ready to start all of the installation processes. So I'm going to put all of these files on my desktop and I'm going to start the installation process. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have placed all of the files which I just downloaded on my desktop. I'm going to start the installation process now. So we're going to start off with the Java JDK file. I'm going to double click on the installer for Java JDK to start the installation process. Alright, so as you guys can see, it does say this software has already been installed on your computer. Would you like to reinstall it? I'm going to select yes, and then I'm going to go through the default options by clicking on next. Let's wait for the installer to finish the installation. So as you guys can see, it now says Java has been successfully installed. So I'm going to click on close. I'm now going to move this file out of the way. We can now actually go ahead and install the Fabric installer. So I've got two options here. I can use the easy way and just double click on Fabric installer, which is the Windows Fabric installer using this icon here, or I can right click on the jar file, click on open with and select Java platform SE binary. So if you guys are running on a different system that is not a Windows based system, then this would help you out. But if you are on a Windows based system, then certainly go ahead and use the Windows installer. Okay, so for Minecraft version, obviously we're going to select the 1.17.1 loader version. It is the latest, which is 0.11.6. I'm going to select all of these other options here, leave them as they are. I'm going to click on install. And as you guys can see, it now says Fabric Loader has now been installed. So let's click on OK and let's move these two files out of the way. We can now start to move these other files into the mods folder. So let's go ahead and open up the Minecraft launcher and wait for that to launch now. Alright, so once the Minecraft launcher loads up, you will notice on the bottom left here, it does say Fabric Loader for version 1.17.1. If I click on the installations button here, it will show us the Fabric Loader as well in the installation section. So I do know that Fabric Loader has been successfully installed. And then the next thing we're going to do now is to hover over any one of these links and then select the folder icon, and this will open up our default Minecraft directory. And let's go ahead and close down the launcher. So now once you are in the default Minecraft directory, you need to look for a folder that says mods. So as you guys can see, I've got one here. If you guys don't have this mods folder, right click anywhere on an empty space, select new, select folder, and then rename it to mods. So let's go inside our mods folder here, and now we can just drag all of these jar files, which are the mods, into the mods folder. So your mods folder should look something like this. So you should have the canvas, renderer, shaders mod file. You should have the cloth config API file, fabric API, FPS display, lib.jf mod as well, mod menu, and then the res pack opts file as well. Alright, so let's go one level up into our Minecraft folder again, and in your default Minecraft folder, you should have a folder called Resource Packs. Now, if you don't have the Resource Packs folder, right click anywhere on an empty space, click on New, click on Folder, and then just rename it to Resource Packs. Alright, so let's go inside the Resource Packs folder, and now I can actually move the Lumi lights files into the resource packs folder. So do remember that for the canvas renderer shaders mod, we don't actually move the shader files into the shader packs folder, we are moving them into the resource packs folder. So just bear that in mind. Okay, now I think we are done. We can now close down this folder, and then now we can actually go back into our Minecraft launcher and then launch the game using the fabric loader option there. So let's wait for that to load up. You can either click on play with Fabric Loader 1.17.1 selected here, or we can go into the installation section and hover over Fabric Loader 1.17.1 and then click on the play button here. So let's do that, and let's wait for the game to now load up. Alright, so as you guys can see, it has loaded up the Minecraft version 1.17.1 game. We immediately can see that mod menu is installed because now we do have this button here that says mods. So let's go inside the mods button here, and we can see that we've got the canvas renderer, and we've got the cloth config API, fabric API, and the FPS display mod as well. And we've also got the mod menu obviously, and the resource pack options file as well. We can now go into options, go into resource packs, and you can see that we've got some resource packs here, and for the Lumi lights it is showing us the config button here, so we do know that the other mod which I showed you earlier is working. So let's go back into the game, let's go back into our video settings, click on canvas, and we can see that canvas standard is selected, so we can actually go ahead and now create a new world just to test this out. Alright, I'm going to click on create new world, and let's wait for the world to now load up. Alright, so as you guys can see, it has loaded up the game now, and it does show the FPS there on the top left of my screen. If I go into options, video settings, you can see that the render chunks has been reduced to 8, so I'm going to restore that back to 12, which is the default render chunks that the game always sets the default options to. So we can see the FPS on the left there. This is the standard profile for the canvas renderer. If you guys do want to see a boost in your FPS and performance using the canvas renderer shaders mod, then go into your options, click on video settings, click on canvas, and then change this to the canvas basic pipeline profile, and then click on save and quit, and hopefully that should actually increase your FPS. So as you guys can see, it has now jumped from 500 all the way up to 700. So just go back into your options and click on resource packs, and now we can actually start moving all of the stuff across. So go ahead and start off with the Lumi lights file. You may get this message that says, are you sure you want to load this back? Click on yes, and then do the same for the other two files as well. If you guys do want the moving tree leaves and other stuff that is moving, then go ahead and move these other resource packs into the selected section here. Click on done, and now we can go back into our video settings and enable the shaders. So once you go into the canvas renderer configuration screen, in the pipeline section we can just click on where it says canvas basic, and now I can select Lumi shadow 4x, and I'm going to click on save and quit, and hopefully that should load up the shaders. So you guys can see that the shaders have been enabled, and obviously the FPS has dropped because the shaders are running now for me, but you guys can see that the settings do look different, and we can see that the leaves there on the trees are moving alongside the grass as well, which looks really nice. So if you guys are looking for another alternative to using sodium or using OptiFine, then I would highly recommend that you try out the Canvas Renderer Shaders mod for Minecraft Java Edition 1.17.1. And also, if you are looking how to download and install shaders for Canvas Renderer Shaders mod, then hopefully this video would have helped you out and showed you how to actually download and install the shaders for this mod. And do make sure to download and install all of the other mods I did show you guys here, because those will help you to configure your options. And we can actually go into our canvas renderer configuration screen, click on pipeline options, and then I can actually change all of the settings here. So I can go ahead and change this to high, and I can go ahead and change the sky color as well. So let's go ahead and do that and see how that looks. So as you guys can see, it has changed the sky color, and it has changed a few settings as well in the game, as I mentioned earlier. If you guys did find this video useful, please do give us a like. If you have any comments or queries about using this mod or any of the processes that I have shown you guys today, then do leave them in the comment section below. Also, do let me know how much FPS you are getting with the basic profile for Canvas Renderer. Has it been an improvement over OptiFine or Sodium, or has it decreased your FPS by using the Canvas Renderer Shaders mod? And also, please do subscribe to this channel to help support it, help it grow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.